Imagine this. You're just, using your Android phone, thinking everything's fine. But right now, someone could actually be watching everything you do.
Everything.
Yeah, your private messages, your photos, passwords, maybe even listening through the mic or watching through the camera.
Wow.
And the really unsettling part, you wouldn't even know. It's kind of a chilling thought, isn't it?
It is. And it's more than just a thought experiment. It's a reality. These powerful tools exist,
Tools used for good things too, right?
like cybersecurity.
Absolutely. Ethical hacking, penetration testing, strengthening defenses,
Mm-hmm.
and that's often the primary use. But those same capabilities can be, you know, twisted, weaponized by people with bad intentions.
And that's exactly what we're diving into today. We're looking at Kali Linux. Now, it's known as this really robust platform for the good guys, the ethical
Right.
hackers.
It's a standard toolkit, but our mission here is to sort of peel back the curtain, explore how those same powerful features in Kali can be used maliciously, specifically how they can cause real direct harm to you, often totally without you noticing.
And the kind of damage you might actually suffer.
Exactly. And look, the goal isn't to freak anyone out. It's about understanding. Because knowing these threats, these hidden dangers, that's really the first step to, defending yourself better. So let's get into it.
Okay, so surprisingly often, these really invasive attacks, they start with something super common, an app.
Ah, the old Trojan horse idea, right in your pocket.
Yes.
Malicious apps, yeah.
Precisely. Attackers use specific Kali tools, things like the Fat Rat MSF Venom,
Okay.
to basically create these Android app files, the APKs, that look completely fine.
Like what? A game?
Could be a game, could be some utility app, or kind of funny actually, even a fake security tool. But hidden inside is malicious code. It creates the secret backdoor right into your phone.
And the really sneaky part is how they get past you, the user.
Yeah.
Android is more open than some other systems, right? You can install apps from unknown sources.
Yeah, that openness, that flexibility, it's convenient, but it's also a vulnerability, a big one.
So how do they exploit that?
Well, these bad apps often get pushed out as free versions of paid apps people want. Or maybe they're shared directly. Someone you know sends it, so you trust it.
Mhm.
And you might even see warnings like file can't be downloaded securely, or that Google Play Protect pop-up saying unsafe app blocked.
Right, I've seen those.
But maybe you're in a hurry or you really want that app, so you just tap keep or install anyway. You override the protection without really thinking.
Okay, so you've accidentally let it in. What happens then? Does it just sit there?
Not exactly. Once it's installed, the attacker can connect to it. They use something called the Metasploit Framework, or MSF console, to start what's known as a interpreter session.
Interpreter session.
Uh.
What is that basically?
Think of it like a secret, encrypted remote control connection. It gives the attacker really deep access to your phone, and from there, they can make the app disappear.
Disappear. How?
There's a command, hide app icon, poof. The icon's gone from your app list, so the app is still running silently in the background, grabbing your data, but you have no idea it's even there.
Wow. So your phone basically becomes like a spy device they control remotely.
Exactly. A remote-controlled spy and data stealing device. And the control they get through that Record session
Ah.
is, well, it's extensive. It touches almost everything.
Like what specifically? Surveillance.
Oh, yeah. Silent surveillance. They can turn on your microphone anytime, listen to your conversations.
Seriously. Like if I'm talking at home,
Yep. A command like record mic Madish D10 records for 10 seconds silently. They can also turn on your camera, record videos, snap photos. Again, totally hidden.
so they can see through your camera.
Uh-huh. The webcamless command shows them which cameras are available.
Yeah.
Then they can just look through your photos, your videos, download your personal stuff. It's like they're holding your phone.
That is incredibly invasive.
Hmm.
What about communication, texts, calls,
All accessible. They can read your texts, your emails, see your call logs.
the whole history?
Yep. There are specific commands. Dump call log for all calls. Dump sims gets all your text messages. Dump contacts pulls your entire address book. They basically map out your social life.
Okay. And location. If I use Google Maps, say, for my commute.
They can track you in real time. The geolocate command pinpoints your exact physical spot.
So they know where I work, where I live, when I'm not home.
Precisely. It goes beyond digital privacy straight into your physical safety. Your phone becomes a beacon broadcasting your movement.
This leads to the big one. Money and identity. Banking apps, social media. Are those safe if the phone itself is compromised like this?
Unfortunately, no. The malicious app can grab passwords as you type them or pull credentials stored on the device.
So my online banking.
Compromised. Your ability to pay online securely, gone. Social media logins. They can grab those too.
What could they do with, say, my social media login?
They could log in as you, post fake stuff, read your private messages, maybe lock you out entirely, use your saved payment details to buy things, drain accounts, and you might not know until the damage is done.
Yeah, they get the keys to your digital life. And you mentioned files, too, like personal documents.
Absolutely. Full file system access, commands like OBS, PWD, PC80, that's standard stuff for browsing files. They can look through everything, download your photos, documents, notes, or just delete them.
And all this happens silently. No warnings, no new icons.
Nothing visible to you. Your phone works normally, but it's completely controlled by someone else, a remote puppet.
That's deeply disturbing, having your own phone turned against you like that. Okay, but what if it's not about a sneaky app? What if it's about tricking us, using our own psychology? Let's talk about social engineering and phishing.
Right. Social engineering is basically manipulation, playing on trust or fear or urgency. And phishing is a super common type of that, creating fake websites, fake emails.
How do those work so well? How do they fool us without us realizing?
Attackers use tools like the social engineering toolkit, Set. It's powerful. It can perfectly clone a real login page, your bank, Facebook, PayPal, whatever, makes an identical copy.
Visually identical.
Down to the pixel. Then you get a message, maybe an email or a text, looks totally legit, urgent maybe, verify your account, or problem with your order, click this link.
And the link goes to the fake page.
Exactly. You land there, it looks right, so you confidently type in your username, your password.
And hit login. What happens then?
Maybe the page just refreshes or gives a little error message. Login failed, try again. You might just try again or give up thinking it's a glitch.
But behind the scenes.
In that second you hit enter, the attacker harvests your credentials. They're logged straight to their Poly machine. They've got your keys. And you handed them over, completely unaware.
Wow. So what's the fallout from that? If they get my social media password, or worse, my banking password?
Well, with social media, they could impersonate you, like we said. Spread lies, scam your friends, read your private messages. Huge reputational damage. With banking or payment logins, they could empty your accounts, make purchases. It's direct financial theft.
And could they use this to get you to install one of those bad apps we talked about?
Definitely. The fake page might say, you need to install the security update, and the download is actually the malware. So one type of attack leads right into another, deeper compromise. It's all about breaking down your trust, step by step.
Exploiting trust seems key. Okay, what about when we're out in public? Connecting to Wi-Fi at a cafe or airport, you hear warnings about that. Man-in-the-middle attacks.
Yes, MITM. A classic and still very relevant threat. Basically, the attacker puts their Kali machine right in the path between your phone and the internet connection.
Intercepting everything. How do they manage that without you knowing?
It often happens on those free Wi-Fi networks. Public places are prime hunting grounds. They use tools like EtherCap. It can perform something called an ARP poisoning attack.
ARP poisoning. Sounds technical. What does it do?
Think of it like tricking your phone. Your phone asks the network, hey, where's the internet gateway? The attacker's machine shouts back, right here, send your traffic to me, so your phone does.
Instead of sending it to the actual router.
Exactly. All your internet traffic now flows through the attacker's computer first, and it's invisible to you. Your phone connects, you browse, everything seems normal.
But it's not normal. What can they actually see or do with that traffic flowing through them?
Well, every single packet of data, your browsing, your logins, your messages, goes through their machine. If any of that connection is unencrypted.
Like not HTTPS.
Right. If it's plain HTTP, which is less common now for major sites but still exists, or if there are other vulnerabilities, tools like Wireshark can just sniff out the data. Usernames, passwords, messages, all in plain text, like reading your mail.
But most important sites use HTTPS now, right? Banking, email. Does that stop Wireshark completely? Or are there still risks with encrypted traffic in a MITM?
That's a really important point. HTTPS helps a lot. But Wireshark can still capture encrypted packets. While it can't easily read the content, it sees the metadata, who you're talking to, how much data, etc. And in some advanced attacks, maybe exploiting weak encryption or certificate issues, they might still be able to decrypt things.
Okay, so encryption isn't a magic bullet, always.
Not always, especially if not implemented perfectly. Plus, even if the main data is encrypted, sometimes login processes or other elements might expose hashed passwords if they capture those
I
hashes.
can try to crack them.
Exactly. Tools like John the Ripper are designed for that.
Yeah.
Track the hash, get the actual password. So yeah, any payments, any logins, any sensitive stuff you do over that compromised public Wi-Fi could be exposed. It's why security folks are so wary of public Wi-Fi.
Really drives home the need for caution on those networks. Maybe using a VPN.
A VPN definitely helps mitigate MITM risks significantly. Okay, so we've covered apps, phishing, network attacks. What about something closer, like Bluetooth?
Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Really? Are there exploits for that too?
Oh, yes. This brings us to Kali NetHunter, which is basically Kali Linux adapted to run on Android devices themselves. And it has a whole suite of tools called the Bluetooth Arsenal.
Running Kali on a phone to attack other phones via Bluetooth?
Precisely. And these attacks exploit weaknesses in the Bluetooth protocols themselves. They can often be done pretty stealthily, just needing to be physically nearby.
Nearby, like next table at the coffee shop.
Or closer. Yeah, standard Bluetooth range. Could be the next table, could be someone in the car next to you at a light. Close enough for that Bluetooth signal.
Okay, so what kind of harm can these NetHunter Bluetooth tools actually cause? What should people be aware of?
Well, there's disruption. Tools like L2 ping can just flood a target's Bluetooth connection, essentially crashing it.
Crashing Bluetooth, what does that achieve?
It forces all your connected devices, headphones, smartwatch, car system to disconnect. It's annoying, sure, but it can also sometimes make the device vulnerable to other connection attempts or attacks while it's trying to recover. Imagine your car's hands-free dropping, then getting silently paired with something malicious.
Okay, that's disruptive. But I see eavesdropping listed too. That sounds worse.
It is. There's a tool called Car Whisperer. It can actually connect to a Bluetooth device, like a headset or a car system, and listen through its microphone.
So they could listen to conversations happening near my headset or in my car.
Exactly. Turning your own trusted devices into remote listening bugs. You'd have no idea someone meters away is recording you.
Can they talk back? Like inject audio?
Yes, Car Whisperer can also inject audio. Play sounds through the target speaker. Could be just annoying noises or maybe something designed to confuse or mislead you.
That's bizarre. And identity spoofing. Remote control. That sounds like movie stuff.
It's real, though. Attackers can spoof their devices. Bluetooth details the address, the name to make it look like a trusted device, like your car kit or your known headphones. Tricks your phone or other systems into connecting to the malicious device instead.
Okay, that's sneaky. What about bad Bluetooth and remote control?
That one's particularly nasty. It basically allows the attacker's device to pretend it's a Bluetooth keyboard or mouse and HID device.
Like a wireless keyboard.
Exactly. And they can send commands to your phone as if they were typing on a connected keyboard. Navigate menus, open apps like the browser, maybe even type commands if you have certain apps open or connected to a computer. Remote control via Bluetooth, essentially.
Wow. Okay, so we've gone through apps, phishing, network attacks, Bluetooth. Bringing it all together, what's the big picture for someone just using their phone day to day?
I think it really shows that even when you're doing totally normal things, calling, texting, using maps, social media, paying for stuff, taking pictures, your device could potentially be compromised deeply without you having a clue.
They exploit our trust, right? Trust in apps, trust in websites, trust in networks.
Exactly. They turn everyday convenience into a potential entry point. It's about leveraging how we normally interact with our technology.
And as we said at the start, this deep dive isn't about creating fear. It's about awareness, empowerment, really.
Right. Understanding these threats, knowing the tools and methods exist, even just conceptually, is the absolute first step to being safer. Making smarter choices, maybe thinking twice before clicking install or connecting to that free Wi-Fi.
Recognizing that convenience sometimes comes with hidden risks.
Yeah, and realizing that cybersecurity isn't just about tech. It's also about us, the human element, how we trust, how we get tricked, how we value convenience over maybe perfect security. Understanding that psychology is almost as important as knowing the attack vectors.
So maybe a final thought for everyone listening. The next time you go to tap allow on an app permission, or connect to that public hotspot, or click a link that seems just a bit too good to be true, maybe pause. Ask yourself, is my digital world really private right now? Or have I maybe just opened a silent door? That wraps up today's discussion. Thanks for watching and tuning in. If you're curious to dive deeper into this topic, make sure to visit our website. The link is in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell so you never miss an update. See you next time.